Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of Mario 63. Super Mario 63. I have made a mistake. I mean, partly because I took so long to make this episode, once again leaving a massive gap in between, but not only that, because I also was scrolling through all the seasons, because once again it has erased my progress. Now you can see how quickly I can go through a level of Super Mario 63, so that's not actually much of an issue for me, especially at this early stage in the season. I say that, and it's been going on longer than the first one. But I say I made a mistake because I checked the video, and it turns out the last video that I uploaded, I kind of died. So, yeah. I didn't realise that I didn't actually complete the level. But to be fair, if you want to see me complete that level, go back to episode 9 of season 1 instead of episode 9 of season 2. And also I have different levels of shine sprites because I realised that in episode 2 of season 2 my progress was erased once again. I never made it up for it. So that's another thing that happened. I don't actually know why both of those videos are still uploaded then. If that's the case, it's basically kind of redundant. I don't know, maybe I'll fix that at some stage. I'm not entirely sure, because to be honest, with the whole scrolling back years and whatever, I'm kind of unsure where I'm really going with this series. But as for now, I guess this is what's happening. So I think there was another few episodes that I recorded, but I'm starting from here because they were never released and I can't remember what happened with them. So yes, here we go. Let us begin with,
Mario, you thought I was foolish enough to give you the key to the basement that easily. The key you have is cursed. It will warp you far away from the castle.
Tutorial number 2. Now let's see. Obviously, I forgot, is there anything over here? No, there's not. I find it interesting that the birds are flying in the opposite direction this time to the tutorial. But either way, it's not actually that far away if you consider all things considered. I used to think it was really far away when I first played it. Because back in the day, I was really invested in this. Because like I said, this was one of the first computer games that I really got into. There were a few before it, you know, like Ben 10 Alien Force Game Creator, which is now Ben 10 Omniverse Game Creator, I think. Maybe they've remade it into the new one, I'm not entirely sure. But either way, it's still hugely influential for me, and so back when I first saw these things, I was really invested in what was going on. I didn't realise that if any of these plot lines were cliched or not. It never really crossed my mind. But regardless, right now, if I might not be playing at my very best because still haven't figured out where exactly to position Will in this layout. Has anything changed in the time that I've been gone? Well, yes. Apparently, Newgrounds now is instead of poorly animated and really inappropriate games being advertised on the sideline, now it's Fortnite. Because really, Fortnite, the first thing it needs is advertising, right? No. Newgrounds, the place for indie games to really thrive and original content, even before the days of YouTube, is now publicizing A-list games. They were doing so well. Come on, I need to get that coin. I've sacrificed that point, I need to get it. There we go. There we go. Might have slightly different lives and whatever, but I tried to get all of the same star coins that I did. And all the same shine sprites, including the one episode 2, which is why I have one more than I originally did. And when I inevitably have to come back and scroll to this episode again, I will end up discovering nothing else because I didn't actually watch this with... Oh, crying out loud, that is really bad. Right, I'm moving Will. Yeah, I know, I'm not going to fall. Problem is that I can only really play with my right hand, because all the controls except for Z, X, and C are on the left. No, sorry, are on the right. Z, X, and C are on the left. So it's sometimes really hard to control everything. Crying out loud, I'm so bad at this all of a sudden. You know when you just have really bad off days? I definitely touched that platform. I don't know, maybe the hitbox was slightly off or something like that. I understand that hitboxes in Mario are never really that consistent, especially when they originally started in the 80s. Right, I'm ignoring you. That worked out. I did not realise that was going to happen, but fair enough. And now all the action takes place here. Boom. There we go. Did he just die sideways? Either way. Wow, I just spent all this time trying to speedrun the levels. Well, I say speedrun, but I was trying to get a good score as well, so I can get all of my lives. And then I died twice trying to explore a glitch that I was told affected, I was told could really speed up your gameplay, even though I needed a star coin in the same level, so it was all very much pointless. So I could have had 13 lives at this point, but instead I have 11. May not seem like much of a downgrade, but to someone as versed in the game as me, it does seem like I'm letting myself down a bit. Just a tad. Up we go. And Hoverflood. Perfect. And now we get to the point where they deliberately try and get you to have Hoverflood as much as possible, just so they can give you this big reveal in this right here. Oh dear, with Hoverflood you can't reach the next platform. But wait! You can press shift to switch between the different flights you've collected. Go on, press it. Yeah, I know, that's what they do all the time. But regardless, that's does seem like it's a bit desperate, to be honest. Should really have gotten a thing that required Hoverflood if that's the case. Because there's not many levels that actually require the use of Flood. There's a few, but they're not that many. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Come on. Come on. Wow. Wow. I guess I didn't fall all the way down, but I was very darn close. What is with me today? Good grief. Well, there you go. At least they serve for one thing. Recharging all of your water. I should really do a no flood challenge on this game or something like that. I know some levels require flood, in which case I'd have to make an exception. But as a general rule, like I said, there's not many levels that actually require the use of flood. There are a couple, but they're mostly tutorials to make sure that you can actually use flood in the first place. That's why the level is so easy to. The games are so easy to beat sometimes. I reckon if I did a no flood challenge, it would give me a good handicap. Especially because I want to do a kind of a race video once with the people on the Caballeros channel. And by the way, for those that don't know, that's my Spanish channel, with my Spanish collab channel. All right. Ah, that wasn't quick enough. Come on. There we go. And done! So that was the first episode back from several. I'm probably going to do a bit of a consecutive record, because why not? Although actually no, I'm not going to do it right now because I need to check to see what I've done in Season 1. See, I need to check Season 2 and Season 1 to carry on this series. I don't know why I decided to do a Season 2 in the first place. I should have just left it where it was. But I missed this game so much that I just had to carry it on, like I've said multiple times. The backyard of the castle has opened up. Maybe you can visit Peach's garden. There might be a shine sprite there. To be fair, I actually have to do that level again. So I guess here we go. I'm gonna do another one. So on that note, I guess, until next time, which is going to be very soon, farewell.